Alright, good evening. We're here, we're ready. It's time to see how King Graham became a king, I guess. This is King's Quest. And apparently it's a prequel to all the other ones. So let's load it up and let's go. I actually really like that Sierra opening. The mountain there. It's nice. It's nice. Okay. 2015, 2016. Flashbang. See? Okay. I don't know much about this game. Pretty much anything about it, minus that it's like a prequel to all the other ones, which just sure. Wait. And it's done in like, yeah, chapters. You can see starts young, gets old, which is interesting. Crown. A night to remember. Chapter 1, here we go. Who knew Graham could look so good? What? Oh. Tab brings that up. Oh, he's just gonna saunter over to the well. All right. Can I play with controller? I was expecting point and click, to be honest. We can play with controller. Look at that. Ain't that neat? I guess no introduction. This is the introduction. Spin it. What's... Put it down the well. Did they turn King's Quest into an action game? Alright, got some water. Oh, now I can climb down. Clever. Why are we going down here, though? Wow, that is a well.
I had not been back there in years, but it was the last place left to look.
There's like money down here.
Those lost wishes weren't the treasure I was after.
Lost wishes.
Those lost wishes weren't the treasure I was after.
What's this? Okay. Small door. Set off the alarm. Bong bong. Got nothing in the inventory.
It was not exactly as I remembered it, but it wasn't all that different either.
So you've been here before? Look at all these waterfalls. Water caves. Action game. Okay. Right, Scott.
Odd contraptions guarded the lost treasure. I would have to turn one and see what happened.
Yeah, well, there's a skeleton under that one. skeleton. Okay.
And that's what would have happened if I turned the left switch. But since I am here telling this story, you already know that I pulled the right one.
Oh. What if I do it again? Are these beds?
And that's what would have happened if I turned...
Okay. He is looking for a flux capacitor, yes. He's trying to go back in time by telling a story. These are beds. They're like bed doors. Bed doors and traps. Something snoring. Huh. Okay. This'll be fine.
Even though the bed was very comfortable, this was no time to hide under the covers.
But it's comfy. Nap time. Oh.
Wait. Hold on, Grandpa. I don't remember this part of the story. Beds hanging from stalactites?
We'll get there, Gwendolyn. Don't worry. No detail in this story will be overlooked. Now, where was I? Ah, yes. As I treaded through the river of rumbling trundles, I feared I knew the source of that deafening wind.
Princess Bride vibes? Yeah, that's fine. It's a bed bridge. A bridge bed. It looks rickety. And I can't cross it, I guess. Oh, I just wasn't lined up. Whoa. Whoa. It's shaky.
Nestled beneath a slumbering pile of teeth, the
darn
clause was...
Fabled mirror.
Oh, so you remember this part of the story.
Well, dragons are my favorite.
Do you want to tell this part?
Yes. King Edward sent me, the greatest knight in all of Daventry,
Old
on a
Daventry.
quest to return his stolen mirror. A gigantic, hulking beast of a dragon was the last thing in my way to... My way to add a shinier hat to my collection.
Okay. Very pretty so far. Going this way. I'm going back. Oh no, it's broken.
I tried to turn that crazy contraption, but it was missing a handle. Someone tampered with it, creating some silly conundrum.
Okay.
I tried to
Skip.
turn that crazy contraption,
Skip.
but it was missing a handle.
Boo.
Someone tampered with it, creating some silly conundrum.
Must find a handle replacement. Chair. Books. Butter churn.
Volumes of old books with foreboding titles clutter the shelves of that strange bedroom. How to Tame a Dragon, Breaking the Spirit of Hideous Beasts, Amateur Spells to Impress Your Friends with. No books about recovering missing handles, though.
Bummer. What's this? Bong. It's an alarm clock.
So, the missing handle was booby-trapped? What did you do?
Well, I used my cleverness to outsmart the trap.
Huh?
Then I used my cleverness to hide.
Bed. Cleverness. Hello, Dargan. Oh no, his eye.
Luckily, that half-blinded beast never noticed me in bed.
A dragon's eye must be really hard to pierce with an arrow. At archery lessons, I can barely hit a hay bale.
It is indeed a feat only for skilled archers. I tried to turn that crazy contraption, but it was missing a handle. Someone tampered with it, creating some silly conundrum.
I wanted to hear conundrum
What did
again.
you use to fix the broken switch?
Is that because that's not louder than the bell was? Nope. Only bells wake dragons.
The dragon's chains were coiled around a gigantic switch mounted to the cave wall. This cave seemed to be filled with failed adventures.
But sword. Good looking dragon. He just wants to be free.
After he briefly basked in the sun, the narcoleptic dragon went back to snoring.
Oh,
Probably sleep all
collectic.
day too, if Amira was my only friend.
We're gonna take its only friend away? Oh dear. Is that a skeleton too? He's got beds to sleep on. What happens if I get spiked?
After I was impaled by that spiky bed, I took a nap and decided the magic mirror could wait another evening before being rescued.
Okay. Ooh, there's a lot of not letting me go back into it and not skipping. I just want to see what happened. I can speed run. Probably could have just kept going. Skeleton looks like it's having a good time. There, we gotta walk over the bones. Whoa. Quick, the bed. It's a cool looking dragon though. Bones. Oh, now you're careful. Okay. We're good. Planning the escape route. Hello there. Oh.
I marched right into a ferocious dragon's mouth.
I was just making sure you were still paying attention.
I can nommed for sure. I got an achievement for that. It put me way back here. Oh god. Let's see what happens. I'm over here. You can't get this. Hello there. What? Oh, shit. Oh, he just caves it in. Sure.
Wait a minute. Does this mean our family's immortal?
Yes. Go outside and do your thing. I feel like half this game is watching or hearing the deaths. Small steps. There's like little eggs there. No, those are skulls. Those are not eggs. Alright, guess I'll go this way. Oh shit.
Whoever designed this trap thought they were pretty clever, but I would probably find a way to hit that unreachable switch.
I sure will. By walking to the right. Oh, a ball. What? Is he paying respect? No, you shoot the hand. Again, kapow! Gaming. Stay on the hard parts, I guess. Or it's just scripted. Alright, what's going on
The
here?
mirror called out to me.
How are you gonna carry that? Bong. What is this? What's that one tale about bringing a mirror into a den? And there's like this weird lion thing.
Feeding contraption was cobbled together to keep the beast and probably its owner alive.
Oh, meat! Okay. I want you to put it on the other side, though. Ugh. Okay. And then I will bong. He'll go over there, and then I'll run down and do the thing. Yeah, your skeleton. Dinner bell. It's a big slab of meat. Quickly now. Quickly. How do I need to take the elevator when it comes back? Take me with this meat. Quickly now, quickly! We've done it. It's ours. Oh no. What? Okay. What a shot. Oh shit. We gotta go. What a jump. Okay. We rafting. Am I controlling this? I don't think so. Control this. Pow! We're going upriver. Up the rapids. B. Oh, he's trying to grab B. No grabs. Ah, QTE. Great. Love those. Oh, a big yump. Uh-oh. Brace. I missed! Oh, rip! Got him. Sure. It's not over. Off the chain. Okay. This is turning into more of a action game than a point and click. Turns out. Made it. We're back to where we
With the magic
started.
mirror safely in my possession, I dreamt of the Daventry I would be rewarded with, and the kingdom it could become.
The final bell.
In that split second, I had three choices in front of me. Any would clear my path to safety, and all would have rippling consequences.
Choices. Bell. Yeah, I heard that there's like Telltale style choices that affect things. Oh, the mirror.
My hands were shaking and my arms could barely grip the rope, but with the last of my strength, I climbed out of the well and headed back to the castle. Ever since the magic mirror returned, its reflections have warned the kingdom of danger, kept our family safe, and it has exposed many troublesome crumbs tangled in my beard.
Yeah. King Edward was so proud that you returned his lost treasure that he made you king. Everyone knows that part. Now, can we get back to that dragon?
Gwendolyn, there's so much more to my stories than dragons. I hope this old cap will be remembered for far more than the action tattered across its brim, sewn into the seams of many hidden adventures.
Yeah, Gwendolyn.
All right, let's get back to the dragon.
Tell me everything. How did you know shooting the bell would distract him?
Over the years, I realized that the dragon was not the despicable, hideous beast Daventry had made him out to be. He was just a caged animal that was very hungry. I, too, would be violently angry if I could only eat when my neglectful owner rang the bell. I know it was a sneaky trick, but I certainly wasn't going to set a dragon loose on the town or participate in any more abuse.
You really thought that through, Grandpa. I would have tricked him, too. Back home, they call me Gwendolyn the Smarty Pants.
You come from a long line of logically minded nobles, and one very clever dentist.
All right, you two. Grandpa needs to rest. Gwendolyn, it's way past your bedtime.
Sleep well, Grandpa. I'll be back first thing in the morning.
I don't need rest. I'm as spry as I've ever been, though I wouldn't mind a slice of magic fruit.
I want magic fruit. Or snakeskin that lets me talk to animals. Oh, these are things that happened. These tapestries in the other games. Oh no. The Dargon. It came back to chomp on Gwendolyn. Okay. Who's this guy? Got him.
Well, hello, cousin.
Guards!
I'm glad you're finally here. He's been asking about you for days. I had to sit through the same story 5 times.
We got here as fast as we could, and I like Grandpa's stories, especially the ones with dragons.
Ah, yes, the legendary beast he outsmarted with its own dinner bell. I don't know if he forgets that I've heard that story before, or if he just doesn't care, but he loves telling it to anyone that will listen. I'm pretty sure I heard the nursemaids telling his same jokes in the hall.
Look at all those books.
Have you heard anything the doctors are saying?
Yes, doctors, wizards, magic elves. Grandfather is fine, Gwendolyn. They all say the same thing. He's just old. He still has a few good years left. Look, we're all excited that your family made the trip, but there's no need to worry. You should get some rest. I'm sure you're scheduled for a full morning of Grandfather's hilarious ramblings.
Hilarious.
Oh, I'm also scheduled for the tournament tomorrow.
Tournament.
Ah, yes, the fencing tournament.
Oh.
You'll love it. I'm, of course, favored to win, and will make sure you have the very best seat to view my victory. The courtyard will be filled with important people and delicious hors d'oeuvres.
Oh, I'm actually competing in the tournament.
I had no idea we were hosting a junior tournament. That's incredible. In that case, I will gladly be there to cheer you on and eat delectable appetizers.
Nope, no junior tournament. I'll be squaring off against you.
Oh shoot.
I see.
Cousin rivalry.
Well, perhaps this is the time to stop listening to stories and finally make some of your own. Good night, Gwendolyn. Sleep well.
Come in, Gwendolyn. You can set those on the nightstand.
Oh. It's not potions.
Grandma said to take 3 spoonfuls of each.
Whoa.
I'll get to those. No need to fuss over
like
me.
a lot.
Now let's talk about far more important issues, like that fencing tournament. I hear you're competing.
Well, I signed up, but I'm not so sure anymore.
Nonsense. If it's Scott you're worried about, he's no bother. After all, I only learned that you entered after he complained about it all morning. Threatened, I'm guessing. There are many ways to win a duel. I, for one, have always been fond of...
A deft maneuver, quick-witted distraction, an act of kindness. Quick-wit distraction.
thinking of a problem in a different way, and finding a clever distraction to create a moment of victory. Speaking of, that reminds me of a story. One I know you haven't heard
That
before.
candle.
When I was a much younger lad, before I was a knight, before I'd been to Daventry, and even before I'd seen a dragon. It's a tale about a tournament that changed my life.
Oh.
It is a long story, but I shall tell it briefly.
Help. The castle.
Well, Triumph, this looks as good a place as any to camp for the night. Let's rest up. We have a big day tomorrow.
What? Whoa! Whoa! He's falling. I'm controlling the fall. Ah! The rock. The bush. The rock. Many bush. Uh-huh. Oh, dead. Oh no. Didn't catch the hat. Hasn't figured that part out yet.
Gracefully rappelling down the cliff, I welcome the sight of an actual road, the first sign of civilization.
Civilization. Hey, Flannel.
Daventry was just a few miles to the east. I'd read all about its wonders in my travel books. I couldn't wait to check out its famous, fantastical floating island.
Yeah. There's tracks. The bridge is out. Oh no. Busted tree. Who are these people? He's got a dog mount. Armored dog mount. These are fun character designs.
Hey, over here!
I could have sworn the parade of hopeful knights was scheduled for the next day. I should have been with them, marching with triumph. It seemed my first few minutes at Daventry were off to a terrible
Who were they
start.
parading for?
So, how did you catch up with them?
I blew a horn. Honk.
That odd horn seemed to be missing some sort of mouthpiece.
Oh, I need a mile, please. Let's go this way. Off the beaten path. Something created a ruckus through here. Taking out everything. Oh, birdie. Like his gate.
Strange tracks blazed a trail through the forest.
Weird bunny friend, come back. Yeah. Hi. How are you? Okay. Let's go. Okay. That was coming with me. Birdie. Pretty cool landscape. Hey, Papa Nate. What's in the tree? Squirrel. Oh, frog. What if I go this way? Dead end. Gotcha. Heh. It's a good looking frog.
That wheel seemed freshly broken. That wheel seemed freshly broken.
But what was it attached to? Friendly?
you dirty thieves! Wah!
Not friendly.
It's just a boy. Don't know where he's from, but it must be hard to pronounce. You know, you should never sneak up on a guy in a dangerous place like... Oh! What's wrong with your foot? Probably stepped on a spiniferous thornweed. Don't worry, I got just the fix for that. Tell me, is it more of a... Ow! Or a... Oh! Either way, the Merchant of Miracles has got you covered. But it'll cost you. I've risked my neck to forage the most rare, miraculous, mysterious, and oftentimes delicious ingredients. Ah, here it is.
Gross.
I massage this into my skin twice a day, and just look at my little biscuits. Well, now that I've mulled it over, you'd better not. It might stunt your growth. Ooh, such exquisite material. Hey, I knew
Yoink.
you weren't from around here. Well, you best get going. Nobody likes a late night. Oh, wait, you're stuck here with me. Every bridge in is out, and my shortcut had a few shortcomings. I swear that rock leaped straight out of the water. Now I'm stuck here with no wheel, a lost toolbox, and Mr. Fancy Cakes. Say, I'll bet a fine, strapping young man like you could help me fix up this wheel. Yup, you help me fix my chariot, and I'll give you a lift to the tournament. Hopefully no one else notices your horrible lack of punctuality. Oh, how rude. Do you have any questions for me?
Sorry, one sec. Nope.
Nope.
Could you repeat that? Yeah. Look at these little guys.
Oh, can I pet your goats?
Stay away from my majestic unicorns.
They, those are party hats.
Perhaps there was a wheel on the other side of that river. Too bad I couldn't swim.
How did you get across that river?
Perhaps there was a wheel
Dang, I wanted
on
to
the
swim.
other side of that river. Too bad I couldn't swim.
How did you get across that river?
Yeah. I wanted the King's Quest V falling into the river. Alright, so the toolbox was in the tree back yonder.
Just a little oop here, a little elbow grease there, and that's it.
Darg nabs it. You think he would want the other wheel? Zoop. 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 Bunnies.
I wondered what those birds needed a toolbox for.
Oh no! Got an accident though.
Shame. The only tool left seemed to be a small hatchet. And no, Gwendolyn, before you start asking me thousands of questions about that hatchet, I did not go around using it on everything.
Okay. Yeah, he did. Maybe he wants that toolbox again. Oh, the frogs went swimming. So we're gonna hatchet down that tree, I guess. Sick 360. Well, the game looks pretty anyway.
Ooh, I'm a rock. No, I'm not.
Voice acting's already pretty spectacular. I mean, they have like some really like top tier talent doing stuff.
Perhaps there was a wheel on
Ugh.
the other side of that river. Too bad I couldn't swim.
Sucks you
How did
can't
you get
skip
across that
these
river?
things. Gotcha. Oh, the only money on my name. Watcha. First try.
That missing wheel had me stumped. I had to go out on a limb to get past the root of the problem.
Grandpa, your infamous puns are not my favorite.
They're
What's the
pretty good.
matter? You don't like the timbre of my voice?
Yeah.
You'll warm up to the puns.
These are terrible.
No, they're great. Spookies. They're watching. To the right. Okay. Who's wrestling?
Here
Kitty, kitty, not a kitty, not a kitty!
Okay. Not a kitty.
No wheels in there.
Brambles. Oh, that's the dragon well.
An overgrown patch of spiniferous thornweeds obstructed a path to the water well.
The well with the ginormous dragon in it?
Perhaps.
Mama. And I just walked through them. Okay.
Why would you walk into a patch of spiniferous thornweeds?
Well, I didn't. I thought about it for a while, though. I was thirsty.
You get achievements for this. I got an achievement for that. So, like achievements to find the deaths? What video games are you playing? He asked to the muted chatter. I bet it's Horizon Going West, whatever it's called. Is there a wheel in here? No. Oh. A village. There's claw marks on the door. Defenses conquered.
The town square was eerily quiet. Was I the only person in Daventry not at the parade?
I just allowed the monster in. A bakery?
A bakery. And it smelled delicious.
Y'all want some pie?
The delectable goods looked tasty, but I couldn't compete in this tournament with a full stomach.
If you say so. Tips here.
That sign was asking for tips, and there was a metal pan to collect coins.
Coins. Look at this big bread.
Ah, I didn't see any reason why that stale bread wouldn't work for a wheel.
Yoink. I will leave a tip.
I decided to leave some coins for the bread.
Thanks. Bread wheel. Do I just go back? Oh, there's some potions. Small tree.
Like me, this little tree was new in town and needed some time to grow and find its way. What? Too sappy?
Uh-huh.
I have nothing to say.
You'll warm up to it.
There's a bee. There's a forge here.
Looked like a blacksmith shop of sorts.
Ah, could this be a wheel?
I borrowed enough for the day.
Oh, so did I have a choice of wheels?
And then you scooped up all the weapons, right? Right?
No, Gwendolyn, I didn't. I was looking for a wheel, not a fight.
I'm sure bread will do fine. Third option was a bowl for potions. Cauldron, maybe?
I stumbled upon some kind of curiosity shop. Nothing seemed to be brewing yet.
Ah, table.
I didn't need to borrow more than one wheel.
Well, if the bread gets us there, anyhow, it seems like the cheapest choice. But it's biodegradable. Hey guys.
Hello, could I squeeze by you gents?
No, we are here to guard the town entrance and keep out any riffraff whilst everyone is watching the parade. If we were to leave, rapscallions would run amok in the empty shops.
Back away, boy. We're on the lookout for intruders.
Back away, boy. I like these horse dogs. Armored horse dogs. Alright. Headed back. Should I close the door? Can I close the door? I can. There. Now, they won't terrorize the shop. Uh-oh, but I have bread, and they're gonna be like, bread. Yep, ooh.
Ah, a shortcut.
Okay. Sure enough. So we gotta start the game with the wolves.
Do I really have to hear the story about how you took forever to tiptoe across that fallen tree again?
No, I guess not.
Okay, so they're like making fun of the old games. Hello, goats.
Oh, can I pet your goats?
Stay away from my majestic unicorns.
They're good-looking goats. Hey, guy.
Buy me a wheel, boy. Anything big and round should do the trick.
I thought this might do the trick.
Lovely choice, boy. And thank the Yarblesnoofs, this bread is beyond stale. Hopefully it didn't pay too much. You have a face that just screams overcharged. I've got just the fix for that, too. But we have important tournament business to tend to, and I think this'll do the trick. Ooh, I'll just need to start locking my unicorns up at night. Mr. Fancy Cakes has a nibbling problem. All right, off we go.
Fancy
Wait,
Cakes.
before my mind slips, I was able to procure an entrance ticket to the tournament. Since you so graciously found me a wheel, I am more than willing to sell it to you at a reasonably discounted rate. Are you interested?
Sure.
Oh, sounds good. I love a deal.
So do I, boy, so do I. If I see one, I'll let you know. Here you are. Now, let's Vamanusi from this Meadowland, Mr. Fancy Cakes. It is go time.
It's goat time. Okay.
Mr. Fancy Cakes! Ah, heel! Halt! Abyss! Stop! We sincerely hope you enjoyed your stay in our luxury cabin. Please gather your belongings and watch your head on exit.
Thanks for the hospitality.
No time to lounge, my boy! Lucky for you, the parade is halted. Another case of a mysterious missing bridge, I imagine. Watch your step. We wouldn't want any tears in that illustrious cape. Bon voyage, Buttercup! Don't forget about us working folk, especially when your pockets are full of riches.
Bye. Hey, guys.
The forest is blocked until this situation is under control.
I like your accents.
The forest is blocked until this situation
The forest
is
is
under control.
blocked. Fine. Hi. Hi, friends.
Back away, back away. This area is unsafe for commoners.
They're holding the flags.
Hello. Apologies, I'm late. I should be on the list. First name Graham, last name...
The list, unfortunately, is inside the theater, which is across that bridge, which is inexplicably missing.
We've ordered a temporary fix, but we're still sorting out the work order.
Well, with all the recent budget issues, I remain skeptical about the repairs.
Well, can't those knights check the list?
Do you mean Kyle and Larry? They're off duty. Don't ask.
You needn't worry. These night hopefuls will figure out a solution soon, and then we can carry on with the auditions.
What were they doing?
I am a hopeful knight. If you just step aside, I'm confident that I could find a way across.
Daventry Decree 6645 states that a royal guard once commanded must never, under no circumstances, abandon his post while on duty.
Well, technically, Addendum 237A allows us to leave if someone is in distress and in need of assistance, of a life or death nature.
I stand corrected, and we wouldn't want a repeat of the Rubenstern fiasco. A tardy auditionee, however, hardly counts for distress. Sorry, but we can't leave our post. King's orders.
Okay, good talk. There's a tree. Uh-huh. Yes, they are holding it. It's very good. They are the stanchions. They are standing as stanchions. They're stand-in stanchions. Bees?
Come at me, bees!
Okay. Queen Beatrice would not approve. Can I, like, look at this? No, I just, okay. Okay, so do I need to trick someone into getting on that? Oh, there's some rocks.
Stay off those rocks. It's dangerous.
It was dangerous. Life and death. You gotta save me.
Distress!
Abandon post!
Thanks,
Learn
guys.
how to swim, boy.
Thanks for saving me.
You're welcome, lad.
He was talking to me.
I believe he was talking to me.
Nope. This tired argument is getting on my nerves.
No need to argue about the fact that I am...
Uh-oh.
Oh, dear. Not good.
Uh-huh. He's fighting the bees. This is good. I'm gonna watch this for the rest of the stream. Okay. Very good. Hey guys, how we doing?
Mind if I join your semicircle?
Let us big kids figure this one out.
Big kids. Still missing that mouthpiece,
another
huh?
horn and another missing piece.
Alright, well, there's rope over here. Graham and his rope. Whoa! Look at this guy. Or gal. Your turn. Yup. Rip. Double double. I gained rope. A rope. Use the rope.
Huh. Rope swing? No, I shouldn't embarrass myself again.
Or you should. Hatchet. Uh-oh. He's gonna be like, yo, my turn. I did it. Uh-oh. Murder?
Over here.
Rude. But a bridge down yonder. How are these fellas gonna get across?
Give me a second. I have the perfect plan.
Inconceivable.
This looks like a problem for my assistant.
Never bet against a Sicilian when death is on the line. Ha 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 ha. I want to watch Princess Bride.
Pardon me.
Wow, rude. It's a very good movie. Top 10 for sure. Distress. Okay, this is more fun than the opening action sequences.
All right.
Distress. Okay. How are we getting across, my guy?
You can't ignore me forever.
I don't mean to be rude, but I'm deep in thought.
Okay. He's deep in thought. It's like a cart here. Bees. So, seems like
The tree was too heavy to move. I would need to chop it down to size.
So, choppies?
I left the hatchet lodged in the tree because I would not need it anymore.
Are you sure?
Quite sure. Everyone always asks about that hatchet. It gets a tad annoying.
Huh?
A raft. Supposed to rope them together. More wood, please. Yeah, this feels more like a King's Quest game. Good knots. Oh, using the hat. We're doing it. What? There's just rocks under there. Used his keen eyesight.
Hang on a sec. Graham, right?
Yes. How did you know my name?
Well, you'd be surprised at the information people give out when they're too busy thinking about their own agenda. I also observed that without you, no one could have made it across. Well done, Graham.
Thanks.
Thanks.
I guess.
They'll never acknowledge it, you know. Those who use their minds over their biceps are never woven into the tapestries of time. I can tell you're like me, a creative thinker, an intellectual. To win this competition, you'll need to prove that your talents are more powerful than their strength, agility, and speed. You'll also need a friend.
I could really use a friend.
They call me Manny.
Hey, Manny.
Pleased to meet you.
So, friend, what's your favorite color? Do you like popcorn-flavored jelly beans? Because I do. What's your availability for sleepovers? Are we in a secret club?
Green. I prefer pizza-flavored.
Yeah.
I'm free on Wednesdays and Saturdays, and I would say more of a secret alliance.
Alliance?
Poison drinks, yeah.
This competition will not be easy, and Daventry needs
Iocane powder.
men like
I bet
us.
my life on.
If we put our heads together, we might have a shot.
What's the plan?
If you win, put a good word in for me with the king. And if I win, I'll do the same. Soon, we'll both be moving up the ranks in the castle together. We should head inside the theater, though.
Ah, a scheme. Nice.
Let me know how I can help.
Okay. Mushrooms. Nice. Ayoop. 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 We got there? Alright. One of these are like fast travel points or something. Night editions.
Graham, to the front of the stage,
Today.
please. Now that we have recovered our list, it is my duty to inform you that you are officially signed in. Yay. And I do want to apologize. I am very, very terribly sorry. But we've run out of commemorative tote bags.
That's not a problem. I have no use for tote bags. My mother designed my cape with lots of pockets. Is the next event about to start?
Not so fast, Pocket Boy.
Was
The tournament bylaws explicitly
Pocket
state
Boy.
that each contestant must complete every event before continuing on in the competition. Since you were late, you missed the test of chivalry and the welcoming parade. Both designed as light-hearted warm-ups and getting-to-know-you type exercises. You know, an icebreaker before we start in on the usual death, destruction, and duels of a cutthroat nature.
Don't forget about Amendment 70, Article 4.
I was getting to that, thank you. In the spirit of equal opportunity, the new rules state that you can schedule a make-up chivalry test if and only if the circumstances for your absence were extenuating. So, I will ask, what were your extenuating circumstances that made you late for the tournament?
The bridges were out. I didn't hear about the date change. I don't know what extenuating means. My mom wouldn't let me leave before I finished breakfast. It's my mom. I didn't hear about the date change.
Well, I never heard the date was switched.
I'll just pencil in hard of hearing. Now, go on, mingle with the other contestants. Find out as much as you can about them, and when you're ready for the chivalry test, come and see me.
Yay. Hey guys.
My fingertips when it clasped shut. My arm was pinched between the treasure and its casing. I couldn't stay. If I did, I'd lose circulation and my limb would be lost. If I tried to remove my arm, it would be sliced from wrist to elbow. I didn't have much time.
Hey there, I'm Graham.
Charmed, I'm sure.
And your name?
What?
Well, I didn't catch your name.
What? Is this true? Surely you jest, Greg. What rock did you crawl out from?
Call me Greg.
How do you not recognize this well-proportioned face?
Well, it's not Greg, it's Graham. And, of course, I know who you are. You're...
Everyone going to have to wait. Sir Ten himself, that jerk who pushed me in the river. Yeah, jerk pushed me in the river.
That jerk who pushed me into the river.
Get him.
Oh, yes, that silly feather does look familiar.
5 dozen
Look
eggs.
at it. Like a limp piece of cheese. What you need, Gale, is an upgrade.
Yeah.
Like my mane of excellence.
Hey, my mother gave me that feather. I might be silly, but you're...
The insults are back. From, what was that? That was the pirate game, wasn't it? Certain. You're certain.
Sir Ten of himself.
Monkey Island, thank you.
Cheeky. But now you're starting to bother me, Grant.
Well, I couldn't help it. No, but seriously, you're...
I don't know who you are.
Going to have to wait 1 second. I'll be right back.
Yeah, Monkey
I'll
Island.
be
yeah.
waiting right here.
Secret Monkey
Garrett.
Island. Garrett. Okay. Hi, guys.
Ikaidris ki ke dukachan kanyaki yakamata. Afamata?
Shreki, Afamata.
Shreki makamaka dunga wakaka.
What?
Do Shreki Nika.
Hornswoggle.
Hello, my name's Graham. Nice to meet you.
Achaka.
Ajaga.
So, where do you hail from?
Achaka.
Chaka.
see.
Just waiting for that.
Sounds exotic.
So,
what type of arrows do you fly with?
Chaka.
Achaka.
Nice, nice. I prefer the hand-whittled sapling arrows myself.
Okay.
Good chat. I'm gonna get back to the chivalry test.
Oh, hey, Graham. We were just sharing some tips about the tournament. Let me know if you want the rundown about any of our competitors.
Sir Ten himself. Sirloin of Roast Beefington.
What can you tell me about Achaka?
I'm studying his every move. He should make any opponent quiver. Ugh, you got me doing it now. He's fast, strong, and vicious with his bow. I'm trying to convince him to join our alliance, but the translation isn't quite working.
What can you tell me about Sir Ten of himself?
That's so
Get it? He's certain of
inconsiderate.
himself.
Although clever, these silly buns are not very becoming to a gentleman like yourself. Go meet everyone, then come talk to me. I've got a few tips to share.
Okay.
What can you tell me about Sir Loin of Roast Beefington?
I can tell you that sounds like a phony name. Who's giving you this false information? Did you just make that up? Go and introduce yourself to everyone.
Okay.
Then come see me for the dirt.
The dirt.
Sound good? Thanks, Manny.
Goodbye!
Jaga. Hey, guy.
Hey, thanks for knocking that log over out there. Really. It gave me the opportunity to go on a lovely cruise.
Those nights were annoying me, and I wanted some alone time. Leave me be, little fly. You don't want to wake the bull.
Look, I don't want to be in this conversation any more than you do, but I missed the chivalry test, and I need to make it up. The faster we get this over with, the faster I can leave you alone.
Well, make it quick. Then buzz off.
I'm Graham.
I'm Graham.
No last names. I don't even want your first name.
And your name?
I'm known throughout the land as Circumference, but I am currently in the process of rebranding myself, starting with my name. You should call me Acorn.
Okay.
What was that you were hiding in your paws?
Well, none of your business, Feather Boy.
Seriously, what are you hiding? Is it a snack?
Leave it alone, String Bean.
Okay.
I'll leave you be.
Go away.
Okay, so I've talked to everyone. Give me the dirt.
Yes, Graham? You want some dirt on someone?
Yeah. Acorn.
What can you tell me about Acorn?
I can tell you not to mess with those bullhorns in any strength competition. I shouldn't be telling you this, but I heard a rumor that the man keeps a pet squirrel under his belly. What kind of a weirdo does that? Imagine what else he's hiding under there. Neither of us is going to be able to match his strength. If we're going to oust him, we'll need to work together and expose his secrets.
Okay.
I'm good. Thanks, Manny.
Goodbye!
So I guess I still need to talk to you.
Yes? Have you remembered my name?
No.
Every woman's dream?
Well, you got that right. Ladies love, 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 love. Yeah. Who? Who do they love, Gabe?
It's not Gabe, it's... oh, never mind. Yes, your name... You're Sir Ten of himself.
Cheeky. But now you're starting to bother me, Grant.
I couldn't help it. No, but seriously, you're
I don't know how you are.
going to have to wait 1 second. I'll be right back.
I'll be waiting right here, Garrett.
Can I talk to one of these guys? No.
Yes.
Okay.
Have you remembered my name?
I have not. I thought I was talking to a
Going
knight.
to have to wait 1 second. I'll be right back.
I'll be waiting right here, Garrett.
Got it. So how do I find his name? Hey guys.
Back it up! Back it up! Back it up! Back it up!
Uh-huh. Okay. Do I have to like eavesdrop him?
Okay, I'm just gonna get through this. It's gonna be, waiting for you to see your special sweater. You see this one little brother one? He look like a prawn. Here he comes. But what do you want? Okay.
Okay.
What do you want?
I heard what you're hiding.
No, you didn't, skinny pants.
I did. I heard a rumor that a tiny squirrel pet lives under your belly.
What? Who told you that? I bet it was Whisper. He's the worst. His ego is the one thing I can't stomach.
Whisper.
And she's not my pet. She's my friend.
Does a squirrel have a name?
Does your squirrel friend have a name?
I wish Whisper would keep his big mouth shut. Her name is Princess Madeline of Avalon. She's a proper lady.
Oh.
What else is hidden in that belly?
The bones of a feather boy if you don't leave me alone.
I think you're hiding something else in there, but I'm not sure I want to find out. I'll leave you be.
You need to get lost.
Okay.
Monster unveiled itself. Yes. Have you remembered my name?
Bet it's a ton of feathers.
Whisper.
Correct. Well, Whisper's full name is Sir Walter Harris Ignatius Sally Percival Eduardo Ramon Jr. the Third, hailing from Modesto. But I'm sure a fan like you knew that. Would you like an autograph?
I don't seem to have any portraits on me.
Well, if you find one, I'll sign it, free of charge. Whisper loves his fans. Whisper loves the knighthood. Whisper loves thwarting evil. But most of all, Whisper loves Whisper.
As do we all. I should be getting back to my chivalry test now.
Don't go! Whisper can do it!
That's a nice thought, but I'm pretty sure those guards would never confuse you for me. I mean, your armor is pretty recognizable.
Whisper's armor is shiny because Whisper loves his own reflection.
Yeah, I get it. Good day, Whisper.
Bye, Whisper. You're fun.
Yes, Graham? You want some dirt on someone?
Whisper.
What can you tell me about Whisper?
Whisper? Huh, his feet might fly by without a sound, but his mouth never will. A shining star in his hometown, he hopes to rebuild his fan base in Daventry. I've heard he'll do anything for the spotlight and can never be outshined. People that arrogant are usually primed for a fall. Don't you think so?
Okay.
I'm good. Thanks, Manny.
Goodbye!
Manny's setting us up, I feel like. I don't trust you, Manny.
Are you ready for the chivalry test?
I guess. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Question 1. Who is the only knight competing in the tournament that speaks multiple languages?
A Jaka. No, it's Manny.
Manny. We're friends, you know. We have kind of an alliance. Next question.
All right, next question. This knight hopeful hails from a land far outside of Daventry. Based on the odds, he is favored to win the competition.
A Jaka.
A Chaka.
Okay, moving on. What is the full name of the fastest contestant in the competition?
Trick question. Manny.
Sir Walter Harris Ignatius Sally Percival Eduardo Ramon Jr. the Third of Modesto. I'm sure of it.
I see. Last question. Who or what is the favorite companion of the strongest competitor?
It's a squirrel. Princess Madeline of Avalon. Stimulating conversation.
Princess Madeline of Avalon. She sounds quite charming.
Okay, let's see here. Tallying. It looks like you got all the answers correct.
Look at us.
Great job, Pockets. Now, we shouldn't keep your new friends waiting, should we? Let's start the show.
Welcome, everybody. You are all here to win a knight position on King Edward's court. But that's not all. As you all know, tragically, the king has no heirs.
Oh no.
So, this position could very well lead to the crown of Daventry itself. Now, let's officially commence the competition part of the tournament. I do hope you've all made friends, because it's about to get nasty. The time has come to collect your entrance tickets.
Oh, over here! Over here, I got mine right here!
I'm sorry, I really am, but that is not an entrance ticket.
Yeah.
In fact, from up here, it looks like a sweaty piece of cloth. Oh, probably just a snot rag. Each knight hopeful will need to bring back to the theatre, dum-dum-dum-dum, one eye of a hideous beast. And, due to Proclamation 1748.2, it will actually need to be a hideous beast. Not like last year. No adorably cute, fuzzy, or tiny creature eyes will be accepted. Thank you.
Nothing to see here.
There are many hideous eyes to find in Daventry. We urge you to take this opportunity to show us your skills.
He's gonna murder that
we
bunny.
Want to know what's in your heart, how you think, and how you react in the face of danger. You might not believe all that can be interpreted from one eye, but we will still judge you all the same. Now, everyone, go forth and claim thine eyes.
Whisper!
Ooh.
Whisper can do it.
Who this? The bridge maker. Good at balancing. Like, why?
Watch your step, kid.
Oh, thanks.
I know it ain't fancy, but it'll have to work for now. Amaya Blackstone, nice to meet you.
Graham, the pleasure's mine. It's nice to see all these bridges are getting fixed.
All these bridges? No, kid. This contract is over. Daventry can't afford me anymore. They can't even afford oil for the crumbler over there. My own invention, of course.
Crumbler.
Oh, what does a crumbler do?
It lifts, it chops, it crumbles. Most importantly, it brings in the monies, which are desperately needed. Been kind of rough around here lately.
It seems that way. Daventry's been an interesting experience so far. Different from what I read in my travel books. Honestly, I'm starting to wonder if it's for me.
Don't worry, kid. It's not you. This kingdom's been going downhill ever since the Queen died.
No.
And now, with the bridges out, no one can get into Daventry. It's really quiet. I hate the silence. I'm a woman of action, if you couldn't tell. Quiet towns don't pay the bills.
I can see that.
Well, I should get going. Perhaps someone's wandered into my shop. If you make it there, come say hi. I'm on the left.
Whoa. Goodbye. Keep out distress. Oh, whoops.
Caution. Bees and distress.
Uh-huh. Bees.
So, how did you find an eye?
Was a hideous beast lurking inside.
Ouch! Rude!
How could I lure that hideous beast out?
With more hands.
Seems like a waste of money.
Ugh, you've never tried luring beasts out before. A lot of them like money. Ooh, pumpkin. Or baskets? What are these?
Shame. These could have been carved into really nice jack-o'-lanterns.
Yeah, I concur. Oh, a fancy one. There's a bug pumpkin. Ah! Ambushed.
That pumpkin was housing too many squirrels for my taste.
Okay. Squirrels.
Pick, pickety, pick.
He's picking apples? What are you doing?
I have to get these all picked before I can go home. Leave me be so I can finish my work.
Okay. Pick, piggity, pick. This feels more King's Questy now. Just going into random areas and doing stuff. Honk. Need a mouthpiece.
New kind of horn, but the same result.
Frogs. They have eyes.
You are hiding, hideous beasts. Whisper will find you. Do squirrels count as hideous? Come into the daylight, you hideous.
I was too slow to catch those frogs.
Bet Hideous could get them.
Whisper,
Or Whisper. I don't know. I called him Hideous. They're back.
nothing quiet about Whisper.
I tried again, but it was no use.
Goodbye, frogs.
Hey, Gordon. How's the back of my cape look?
Oops. Alright, there's squirrels, there's frogs, there's the bush, there's the apple picker. Whoa!
How precious. The badger wanted to make friends with the squirrels.
Oh, badger. Looked like the badger wanted to eat the squirrel. There's little bells, wind chimes. Wind chimes everywhere.
King Edward gave us everything we have. His legacy was tarnished in his later years, but he was a once great man. And he left me with a Daventry to grow into the kingdom it is today.
I like wind chimes. They're fun.
No one should notice one bell missing.
The announcement board was covered until round 2 of the tournament.
I better stand on this side of the rock.
It wouldn't budge.
This looks like a pitfall. Oh shit!
Huh, what a peculiar trap.
Uh-huh. Hey, there's meat. Yeah, the thing catches the meat and then it's got warning rope right there. Whoop. Wait, there's a mushroom down there. I think. Yeah.
All right, sugar shrooms.
Sugar shrooms. All right. Fantastical floating island, only steps away. It's so floaty. You'll be amazed.
Fantastical floating island.
I just
Only
said that.
Steps away. It's so floaty. You'll be amazed.
I love the floating.
Almost there. World's greatest and only floating island. Don't turn right. No floating islands that way.
Okay.
Kids, don't stop screaming until Dad pulls over the wagon. This was on my bucket list.
Okay. Honk. No floaty islands yet. Bees.
Starberries framed a serene view. Shame about that buzzing beehive, though.
A note.
My love, you're my everything. I might not have enough money for a ring yet, but I just can't wait any longer. Will you be mine forever? I better put this back. Someone had set the scene for a lovely evening.
Some enchanted evening. This is where the poison test is, Papani.
Someone had set the scene for a lovely evening.
Some enchanted evening. Whoops. What? No. Okay.
Bees!
I ruined the bees' day and that lovely meal.
Sorry.
I tucked the berries away for later, even though I was craving a cliffside snack.
Go away, bees. Don't worry, we'll find a way to deal with the bees. We'll ring a bell at them. Nope, nope, nope. Be careful. Okay, what's this way then? More fungus. Oh, I see you back there.
Don't worry. The Wetzels will be here soon, Princess Madeline. I have to
Wetzels.
say, I'm pretty impressed with the craftsmanship of these traps. Ugh, I'm gonna wipe that stupid feather off his face. When I'm a knight, things are gonna be very different. If Skinny Pants makes it past this section of the tournament, I'll smash him in the next round. Hey, stop wiggling, Madeline. You're tickling my belly. He was right, you know. I do have snacks hidden in there. Maya said I'd be rewarded beyond my wildest dreams if I captured enough Wetzels. I can't wait for you to see the surprise I've been working on for you. Your stomach growls and mine does too. It's not a trap, it's just free food. Come the Wetzels, visit me. You only need one eye to see. One for you and one for me.
This is a good song.
Don't worry. The Wetzels will be here soon, Princess Madeline.
A cave. Ooh. Hate it. But I have a bell.
That was never getting any sweeter. That didn't need a bell. I think I should save these.
You just pranced into a dark cave filled with vicious wolves?
You know, I'm not sure. Maybe I should pause for reflection.
Get it? Because mirrors? Okay. There's a wolf cave. A goat. You were gonna shoot the goat, chat. Pow!
I wasn't always the master archer you see before you now.
How'd you learn?
We'll get to that part.
Hey, lad. We're doing alright. I guess I don't do this. Sad. Oh, am I... It was like looking down there. Am I dead? Okay. No, this is just... This is nothing. Again! Oh, I am playing at Condor bitrate. Whoops. Well, again. While I alt-tab. Ooh, this game does not like being alt-tabbed. We need more bits. More rates for the bits. There you go. Oh, it should look even better. Alright. I'm leaving that, I guess. This goat, though. So I got a few items. I gotta figure out what to do with them. This is his trap. Don't need that. Can I, like, reset the trap? Yes. Heavy sigh. Well, I got meat now. Okay. Maybe the wolves want the meat. Ba-da-ding. Raw meat.
I never waste food.
Okay.
Moving any further in the dark seemed like a bad idea. I never waste food.
Okay. Here you go. Well, that was not the answer. I hear black-capped chickadees. Weedy wait. Yeah.
I wasn't strong enough to move that rock.
So I need to trick the bull guy to do it. Yeah, his gate's fun. Oh, loading screen. That's new. More walking animation. A bridge. Amazing. Oh shit. Graham. Graham, no. What? Okay. Hi.
Hasn't anyone told you it's not polite to go stomping around on people's backs? Give me one good reason not to gobble you up right now.
Because I'm a bridge troll too.
Because, like yourself, I too am a bridge troll. See?
You're pretty ugly for a troll. A long nose and a bushy tail like that. Are you sure you're not a bridge bandicoot?
Do you like the taste of bandicoot? Where I come from, trolls and bandicoots are best friends.
Where I come from, trolls and bandicoots are best friends.
Oh, Where I come from, the sweet taste of delicious bandicoot tail helps to relieve backitch. And my back is really, really itchy.
Uh-oh.
Well then, I am most certainly a bridge troll.
Oh, I'm sorry I didn't believe you. It's just that I've been crossed so many times.
Get it?
One more
Sees the
time,
bridge.
and I might emotionally collapse. Would you be so kind to accept my apology and join me in the secret dance of the Bridge Troll Guild?
Of course.
Oh, yes, of course. The troll dance. I, only know the traditional Ludor version, so you should start.
Very well, Tiny Bandicoot.
Your tooth is gonna poke out your own eye. Whoa. That's what Simon says. Uh-oh. I didn't do it. No QT. Ah.
You're no bridge troll, so I ask you again. Give me one good reason not to gobble you up right now.
Well, give me another chance.
You'd better let me go. I've slain many monsters in my day.
Oh, how annoying for them. Anyone I know?
Well, too many to count, really. Have you heard of the ravenous Yeti of Serenia? The skulking crystal dragon of Eldritch? All slain by me, single-handedly.
Oh, you mean Bill and Susan? We had tea together last week. Now are you sure you wish to threaten me?
Nope. I'm sorry. Don't know what came over me.
Ulfie's glad you changed your mind, but I ask again. Give me one good reason not to gobble you up right now.
I want to do the dance again.
If you let me go, I can return to you with bundles of royal food. You see, I'm training to be a knight. If you release me, I'll make sure the king rewards you for your troubles.
You're a little scrawny for a knight. A long neck and a silly feather like that? Are you sure you aren't a goose?
Yes, I am quite sure I am not a goose.
That's exactly what a goose would say. Lucky for you, Ulfie hates the taste of goose. The feathers are bad for digestion.
His name's Ulfie.
Now, where do you want from Ulfie, Goosey?
What are these weird instruments?
What are all those weird instruments around the bridges for?
Usually those horns are used to summon its associated bridge troll to fill the gap. But we have removed all mouthpieces until we get word from the head of the guild. Ulfie was instructed to keep all his horns hidden from humans. I keep mine under my butt.
Okay.
You wouldn't happen to know where I can find an Eye of a Beast, would you?
Is it time for the tournament already? I thought
Thanks,
that
Flannel.
was on Tuesday. Oh, bother, my memory's failing again. Ulfie's been suffering from sleep deprivation. A very rude monster has been snarling in the bushes behind my back.
Oh yeah,
Is
that's
this
right.
monster you speak of hideous, perchance?
Snarling Snarlax is legendarily hideous. Those puny guards of Daventry would surely be impressed by his eye. It is rumored the beast has 2 purple eyes with bright blue, glowing pupils, 6 legs, 3 claws, and 1 tooth. I could let you cross and perhaps even help you with that fire-eyed monster, but since Ulfie didn't eat you, Ulfie needs a pick-me-up. This big tooth is a sweet one. If you bring me something to eat, I'll consider helping you.
Okay.
Happy trails.
Waddle back briskly, Goosey. Ulfie is starving.
Waddle back briskly. Do you like sugar shroom? How do I? Sugar shroom.
Those are sweet, but only when cooked.
Okay. How about starberries?
Those are sweet, but only when cooked.
The feeling you want me to cook things. You want some meat?
Meat is not sweet. Therefore, Ulfie will not eat.
Meat is not sweet. Wolfie needed a loading screen. There are the pumpkins. Ah, yes, this thing. Hey, he doesn't need
There's a
them.
hideous beast lurking inside.
No, not the hand again. Ugh. Would you like some raw meat? It's the badger.
Ew, gross.
Yoink. It's a Pokemon. A nasty badger. I bet that... Oh, we could use the badger on these squirrels. Badger these squirrels. Get them!
Will the squirrels remember that?
The squirrels will most certainly remember that.
Uh-oh. They all remembered that. Okay. There's a pumpkin. Oh, yoink. It has many pockets. A pumpkin. Alright, so I gotta cook things. Yoink. Yeah, we're getting all the stuff now. Did I ever go this way? Oh, yeah. Never went into town, though. The squirrels still remember that. Great. I'm gonna get squirrel betrayed later. Hey, we're back in town, the proper way.
I walked into town with my last coin. Whatever path I chose to pursue for my eye would need to be cheap.
I'm gonna go to the baker and be like, hey, I left you a tip.
Hello there, and good afternoon.
Oh, cupcakes.
If I do say so myself, sometimes you roll the dice, and they all come up wenty. Even though the bridges are out, and my supplier has gone missing, I sold yesterday's bread when I wasn't even here.
Wow.
I wish more people were that trustworthy around Daventry.
Yeah, that was me.
Now, you fine strapping lad, how may I help you?
Talk.
Oh, hope you're hungry.
What smells so good?
What's today's special?
Oh, well, today I am baking up quite the treat. Grandma's star shroom pie. A delicacy big enough to feed an army. Or someone with the appetite of an army. I've eaten it in one sitting before.
Wow.
Well, don't judge.
Side-eye.
No one would trust a skinny baker, now would they? Unfortunately, my ingredients haven't been delivered, and I can't complete the recipe. Until those bridges get fixed, people will just have to settle for the love in my goat hoof pie instead. Tell you what, if you can find me some starberries and sugar shrooms, you can have this monster pie for the discounted price of 1 gold coin.
You're in luck. Good day.
Good day.
Don't forget to follow your heart.
This game is easy. Yep. I have a pumpkin too.
Wow, these sugar shrooms look amazing. Just the right amount of shroomy and not too sugary. Now, if you can find me the starberries, she's all yours for the discounted rate of 1 shiny gold coin.
So I wonder if, like, doing these things net different outcomes.
These starberries are perfectly ripe, just squishy enough, and with a faint scent of musky cabbage.
Musky
now,
cabbage.
If you pass me 1 shiny gold coin, Grandma's giant star shroom pie is all yours.
Yo, but I gave you 3 coins earlier. Here you go. Only money to my name.
So you spent your only coin to buy that giant pie.
Oh no! Yep.
I did. I knew that delicious smelling pie would somehow get me to the next round of the tournament.
Oh, thanks for the patronage. Share this pie with a friend or two. Or three.
What?
And good luck in the tournament.
I like the cape pockets. The squirrel thing's gonna ruin me? Yeah. That's interesting though, that there's like branching solutions, it seems like, maybe. Alright, we'll deliver this pie. It was this way. Yeah, I wanted to do the QTE thing, but I was like looking at the animations, not trying to play the game. Hey guy, here's a pie. I baked it. Wow, didn't even share.
Thanks for the momentary lapse in conversation. Ulfie was unquestionably hangry. Now that I am refurbished, let us extract that snarling Snarlack's eye.
Okay. Whoa.
Earthquake!
The eye just pops out.
It's all yours now.
Whisper can do it.
No!
Fret not, Goosey. It is the two-eyed snarling Snarlax after all. London Bridges!
Whisper!
Ulfie has a new plan. First we'll... Then you'll... Then I'll... But first, you'll need this.
Okay.
Whenever you need me, just give it a blow.
And where did that come from, Flannel?
For those brave souls that are still with us, welcome back. Now, you may have heard some squawking from a few naysayers in our kingdom concerned with the ethics of the tournament. But proclamations and addendums aside, this is the way we have always done it in Daventry, and this is the way we will continue to do it. Now, Knight Hopefuls, if you would be so kind as to present your eyes.
Hold still.
He's got a wolf. Whoa.
Going to have to wait 1 second. I'll be right back.
Can I use the horn? Wreck their bridge. I like this bridge troll. He's neat.
Is this hideous enough for you?
Yes. This is... I don't think any addendums cover this. Congratulations, Graham! Welcome to the tournament! That troll is pretty ugly.
Yeah, ugly in a sort of pretty way.
That's not exactly what I meant.
You know, like your cousin Hilda.
Take that and that!
Okay.
Mr. Springbottom. What? You're surprised I'm competing in the stuffed animal tournament? You know what? I will make some stories of my own. I'll pick up where my last book left off. It was called 31 Ways to Slay a Monster.
Oh.
You're just too adorable to fight, Mr. Springbottom.
There's your cupcake.
Let's dance instead. Twirling and best friends and twirling.
Oh no.
Gwendolyn!
I'm sorry, Grandma.
Oh, I'll take care of it, dear. I came to tell you your grandfather is ready for you. Run along, go have some adventures. Just try to have your next adventure away from my glass vases, please.
That was the butterfly
now
effect.
It's time for my favourite part of the tournament, the duels. You will compete against each other.
What
in
happened
a
to the
duel
archer?
Of strength and a duel of speed, with the winners facing off in a championship duel of wits.
The pairings of knights were selected at random, so no complaining. I'm looking at you, Whisper.
Any ties will be settled in sudden death. The winner, of course, will gain the knight position.
The duel of strength will take place at our fantastical and wondrous floating island.
And bring your steed to the tournament theatre for the duel of speed.
Please unveil the tournament board.
I will remain here for any questions.
And good luck to you. Oh, wait. I almost forgot. Has anyone seen that archer knight around?
Yeah.
He probably headed home. He mentioned how hard it was for him to be away from his family.
Whisper saw him headed towards the dark, scary well.
Well, Proclamation 463737134673787763.1.5 states that any knight who voluntarily leaves a competition needs to sign the release form on the back of his portrait. We've had problems in the past.
Do I have any volunteers to track down his signature?
Wonderful.
Hey,
Thank
Dragon.
you, Pockets. Here's his portrait. If you could get him to sign it, that would be great. And talk to me if you have any further questions.
Let the duels commence!
Ba-do-do. Good to see you, Dragon. Hope you're doing well. You went into the well. All right, what's going on here?
Speak.
Achaka. I need about speed. Okay.
Bye.
Cheerio.
Bye. All right, later, Flannel. Weekend hype.
Which did you tackle first? Duel of speed or the duel of strength?
I gotta look at the people here. Acorn versus Manny. Whisper. I gotta do it. Caution bees. Balk my mass. My mat. What? Okay. The magic mirror. Welcome to the Knight's Tourney. So I gotta speed the I'm not doing anyone. Is it choosing for me? Oh. A portrait of Whisper. All right. So I gotta find the well again. I forget where that was. There's the badger bush. I feel like it was this way.
This weekend?
Oh, you know. Taking the old lady out dancing.
Yes. You've been working on your night moves?
You know it. I'm all about the nightlife.
Yeah, these jokes are they're top tier.
Bring your trusted steed to the tournament theatre when you're ready for the duel of speed. You do have a trusted steed, don't you?
Don't you? Yo, there's some pretty hype Dragon Azul related PlayStation announcements as of late. When I saw that news, I went straight to your Discord and I was like, yeah. They're all excited. Wasn't it like on the other side of town? Oh, I can go this way. This is a different horn though. Do I need to speak with a different troll? We'll find out, I guess.
That mouthpiece was a mismatch for that horn.
Ah. Sure enough. Assuming an RE announcement? Ah, very surprised then, huh? That's pretty cool. The frogs! Get them!
Did I ever tell you about the time I tried to catch a frog? It was riveting.
Grandpa.
Yeah, you get it, chat. They're back. I want to catch a frog. Okay. That joke made me croak. Oops. I should have been keeping a better map in my head. I want to see if I can go through town. Yeah, I have that sentiment about a lot of games. Dragon, yeah. I hear you on it. Oh, okay. We're back here. Like, well, like, even like the new Star Wars stuff, it's like everyone's hating on it. I was like, yo, we're getting more Star Wars stuff. Be happy. Yeah, exactly. Katamari knows. I feel like if I don't close this door, something bad's gonna happen. So I will close it. The squirrels will remember that. Oh, spooky. A shortcut. Yeah, this leads us all the way back here, which is nothing. Okay. And I don't think this trail took us anywhere, right? Or is this the trail to the well? I don't remember. It's the trail to the well.
An overgrown patch of spiniferous thornweeds obstructed a path to the water well.
The well with the ginormous dragon in it?
Perhaps.
What could we use? Use this fruit picker.
You poked?
I did not poke that.
Okay. What?
That didn't need a bell. Let me tell you, Pumpkin. No. That didn't need a bell.
Okay. So we gotta figure out a way to get past that. Well, we know where it is now, anyway. Do I need to go into town again? Or to, like, the potion shop and stuff like that? We haven't done that. It's a very good cape, and it fits many an object in it. His mom made it for him. It has many pockets.
Nice of you to finally show up, Graham. If you like sharp things, you've come to the right place. We have over 23. Oh, forgive me. Last night was a little rough. I woke up on the floor, my bed nowhere to be found. Can you believe that? What type of yahoo steals a bed while you're sleeping in it? And the most curious part, nothing else is missing. Also, Graham, I kinda heard a rumor. I was gonna keep it to myself, but I heard some guards gossiping, and I have to say, I'm impressed that you did not back down from that massive troll. A picnic, however, is disgraceful.
What?
They need to get back to work, not have tea parties.
The trolls? Excuse me. Can I have this axe?
Don't touch that, Graham, or you might be the one losing an eye.
I'm gonna touch it. I had a tea party with a bridge troll. But
Maybe
it was
if someone would take care of the moat monster once and for all, we wouldn't
moat
constantly be
monster.
hiring knights in this town. What can I get you?
What can't you get me? Do you have any advice for Aspiring Knight? What's the weapon on the wall?
So, I've been meaning to ask. What is that amazing blade for? Is it for battling vicious werebears? How many ice orcs has it slain? Does it deal justice? Is it road legal? Is it made of fear?
Oh, that? No, that's for gardening. I use it to trim my hedges. Seeing as my place is all tended to, and my petunias are most lovely, I'm willing to part with it for the price of one shiny gold coin.
Oh no!
I'm sure you've got a prickly situation that needs attending.
Oh, is the gold coin like the gimme thing? Dang. It's pretty cool. I've been enjoying it.
Hey, kid, can you do me a favor?
I can try.
Can you help me keep that back door closed? I run the local Wetzel Wolf Watch program here in
Wetzel
town.
Wolf
There's
Watch.
patches getting made. If you keep that door closed, you can be an official member. Think it over. Patches.
Yeah, I've been enjoying it. I'm only like 6-8 hours into it, so pretty new-ish. But I've been having
If
fun.
Someone would back away from the crumbler. Unless you have 50 gold coins for a work order.
That's a lot of work. Yeah, I don't have a gold coin anymore. Would you like a pumpkin?
Ugh, would you stay out of the lovely garden and get back into danger?
Okay. You were not helpful. Wait, work order.
You can post a work order on anything you want lifted, chopped, or crumbled. Then I'll bring out Mrs. Crumbler to fulfill the order.
Okay. Yeah, you definitely die a lot.
How much for that twisty dagger over there?
It's not for sale. Needs a bit more work.
Which is, just something you gotta deal with, but the open world's fun. And like if it's like a lot of people are saying it's like a good one to jump into if it's your first one. But like, I don't know. They're all pretty dang punishing, and you have to go into that knowing that you will perish many times. Hello, friends.
The delivery boy, are you? That merchant is usually so prompt with our rare, miraculous, and oftentimes delicious ingredients.
Ah, horse feathers, Chester. This boy's no courier. This is Graham, the one I was telling you about.
Yes, Graham the soft of heart. The wannabe knight with a heart of gold. Please.
What are you, fortune tellers or something?
No, we're just very old and very judgmental people.
Well, that's called Breath of the Wild, Dragon.
This is my judging face.
Ariel and I don't read fortunes anymore.
Yep, there was no future in it.
Well, we've shifted our core business to potions, curiosities, and the occasional practical joke. We gladly share our wisdom for free, but everything else starts at one shiny gold coin.
Take a look around, boy.
The new Kirby
Let
looks
us
cool
know
though.
if you like anything you see.
Was bubbly.
Something mysterious and magical was brewing in that pot.
What's this flame?
It looked like some type of broken lantern.
What are these little guys?
Those are bird bombs. Our own invention.
Bird
Kinda like a smoke bomb, but they release gas that will cause your victim to cluck like a chicken. Temporarily, of course.
Those ones are expired, though, so they're just for display.
To cluck like a dragon. I did see the trailer.
It reminds
It's
me
pretty
of our
hype.
son.
I always miss him this time of year.
He dreamed of becoming a knight, too. I wish he...
Speak up, boy.
It was cool seeing a Fallen Order tie-in too that I didn't realize until I saw it elsewhere. No Grogu, yeah. How much for the candle? Can I advise for Holy Knight? What's brewing?
So, I've just gotta know, what is brewing in that cauldron? Is it a transfiguration elixir? Is it an invincibility potion? If I drink it, will I understand the language of creatures? Will I sprout the wings of an eagle? Or a fly?
Oh, this? teeth whitening potion.
Oh, it's gonna change everything.
Watch this. Behold the power of whitening.
Oh, well, we're still working out the kinks. Dear, we might need a half tablespoon of frog's breath elixir.
Frog's breath.
Elixir, yes. Where is that? We seem to be out of...
You drank it all again, didn't you?
Muriel, my blood sugar was low.
Mm-hmm.
It's just so tasty.
Since you can't keep your mitts off our supplies, we are halting production. This potion will have to wait until that merchant brings us our delivery.
If you find a frog, bring it directly to me and I would gladly trade you a sample of this potion. And then I'll have to drink the delicious froggy leftovers.
Until then, no more free dips.
Okay. All right.
Fare thee well.
May your cap be one of thinking.
It's spoilers if you haven't played Fallen Order yet, so. But I bring that up. Fallen Order is actually a really good, like, Souls game, beginner Souls game. It's similar-ish in the way the combat works. Not really. But it's a good introduction to, like, you know, like the training wheels for a Souls game. Plus the story's like really fun, and the game's really, like, I can't recommend Fallen Order enough. I've played it a few times already, and it's tons of fun. Where are the frogs? You should play it. You should stream it, Dragon. Yeah, it's like a really, really fun game. I would highly recommend it. And I'm like super excited for the sequel. Alright. No. I was going to poke the frog. Do I have to go over here? I knew you were gonna say, well, I enjoy dragon streams. A fruit picker. Come here!
After trying for hours to catch those frogs, I was exhausted and thought I was going to croak.
All right.
Funny.
He's like, I like how they all jump back. That's fun. Yeah, it took your joke, Katamari. I like those frogs. The background's really cool in this game too. Can you see my mouse cursor when I use my mouse? No, you can't. Okay. Watching on tablet, that's because this game has been excellent so far. It started off real not great. Like real not King's Questy, but now it's being King's Questy. So I'm happy. A bridge! This was where we met the troll. We haven't been in these woods. Wow, he teleported there.
Thanks for getting Ulfie out of there. That meeting was getting heated.
Okay. Let's go in the woods with the eyeless enemy. Whoa. Scary. Wait. You gotta sneeze. Poke them.
You poked?
No poking.
There has to be a better use for that.
That didn't need a bell.
I think these wolves will kill me. Just saunter in there. Confidence will protect me.
And that's why you shouldn't wolf down your food.
Grandpa.
Sorry, my mistake.
Get it? Mistake. Wolf. Oh, that was a hint. Wait, what happened to my steak? Oh yeah, I used it on the badger. The squirrels will remember that. Did they want the pumpkin? What if I throw the pumpkin in and then the squirrels come? because they remember the pumpkin.
There has to be a better use for that.
Oh, A just walks you in?
Those woods
Okay.
were far too dark to risk taking another step forward.
Yeah, they're scary. Alright, we'll go the other way. I enjoyed the badger. It was all over that stick.
He is a weak link.
As long as
A
he
gold
knows
coin.
the password.
Hey, my coin!
A gold coin!
Work on his time management skills.
What's going on here?
He'd better come soon.
Oh, are those
I'm starting
other
to
bridge trolls?
question his commitment to our guild.
Or other bridge trolls?
Where does he keep disappearing to?
Okay.
He probably knows we don't have the croissant.
Uh-oh. Yeah.
Maybe I could beat someone to the meeting and hear the password.
Nice of you to finally join us, Olfie. Merci.
Ophi apologizes for tardiness. Hey, where are the croissants?
I forgot the croissant, okay? Oh, mon
Oh,
Dieu.
the croissant!
Qu'est-ce qu'ils vont faire, hein? Are we here to discuss our demands? Or are we here to eat crescent-shaped pastries?
I'm here for the...
So, do I need to... Is this the waiting puzzle we've all been waiting for? Honk. Boing.
Thanks for getting Ulfie out of there. That meeting was getting heated.
Alright, I'll just hang out there. But in the meantime, I have a gold coin for things. Uh-huh.
I'm sure he'll be back any second.
Yeah, wait till Dracula's back in the bedroom, yep.
Now, Pilar, I don't know if I'd say it like that.
Is she supposed to be saying stuff, but I can't hear it? Also, there's like a weird thing at the bottom of this cliff. What's that about?
I wish Ulfie would stay put. This meeting is already way over schedule.
Waiting. Also,
I'm getting tired of opening that door for him.
in Fallen Order, all the lightsabers in that game are the same designs you can make at Disney. So, if you ever were gonna do that, Dragon, you could see what you want already. See it in action. Alright, I'm leaving.
Maybe I could beat someone to the meeting and hear the password.
Where do you keep...
We gotta call him back. Maybe I can go down here. Nope. Honk.
Hurry up, Goosey. Ulfie has to get back to the guild meeting.
Goosey. Yeah, the backdrops for this game look great. What was I doing now? I have a coin. Let's explore up here, though. This rock's still here. This trap's still here. That doesn't do anything. That's the strength area. A steed. It has been captured. It's like a guinea pig. The wolves are back.
Moving any further in the dark seemed like a bad idea.
You poked?
I did not poke them. That didn't need
Okay,
a
so
bell.
apparently I need like a light source, and I could buy that lantern for 1 gold coin. I meant to hit like X, but fucking. Okay, so well, let's go do the gold coin, get a lantern. There's 2 places I could use light. Long walk back. We made it. I wonder if I could just do all these 3 if I didn't leave a tip for the wheel.
Speak up, boy.
How much for the candle?
Ooh, how much for that candle?
Our everlasting blue flame lantern? The housing's broken. Someone brought it in for repair but never paid.
Tell you what, if you bring us something we can hollow out to house the candle,
Oh, I have
you
a
can
pumpkin.
have it for the price of 1 shiny gold coin.
Okay.
Fare thee well.
May your cap be one of thinking.
Pumpkin.
Now, give us 1 shiny gold coin and the beautiful blue flame lantern will be all yours.
Okay, so maybe you did need to get the squirrels out. Was that like a shot at the Telltale games?
Thanks, dearie. And here's your lovely pumpkin lantern with a glowing blue flame candle.
Ba-do-do. Alright. Saunter on back to that cave. I mean, I said thank you. I think. That chair's too big for him. Alright. We'll go this way first. We get away, wait. Neat. Okay. I was preparing myself. Get out of here, you dang wolf. Uh-huh. Wonder if I don't shine the light on them in time, if they'll, like, get me. Is this just like a shortcut?
Can we skip through this part? Too much walking, not enough
I didn't mean to go back in. Yup. No. Damn it. I like that though. It's funny. Take that, wolves. What is this?
Bizarre holes were burrowed into the forest floor.
Sure enough. Poke it. Okay. Bizarre. This is a tree.
Where do these holes lead?
I don't know.
Hey, how'd my coin get down there?
I hear noises. Why is it always your coin? There's bunnies. Hey, bunnies. We're in a birch forest. I've declared another river. Ha! There's Larry and Bill or whatever. They're doing things. Oh, frog! They're on break. Watermill.
Triumph? How'd you get up there?
Oh, that's right. We had Triumph from forever ago.
Triumph's stomach seemed to have led him into trouble. I'd have to find a way to get him down.
Triumph.
You poked?
No poking.
I think I'm gonna need that tool from what's her face. Yeah, hang tight.
Stay put. I'll be back with help.
Triumph. There will be many walkings. This bridge is out. They're having a time. Well, we'll use the gold coin at what's-her-face's. This was to pick up the gold coin. Be careful what you're looking at, because it might be looking back. Who raised you? And that was that. Well, we got our gold coin, so I guess we'll head back to town. Oh yeah, the other dark cave. Yep. Yep. But the smith wanted a coin as well. Oh, she probably we can get rid of the brambles with her coin or the axe thing.
Hey, Graham.
Hi. I would like to buy the thing.
What can I get you?
How much for that gardening tool?
1 shiny gold coin.
Bye.
Make your move. Now, Graham, promise me you will only use this for its intended purpose.
I shall be brave in all my hedge trimmings.
Those plants will never see it coming.
Okay. So we got that now. We can go get the brambles, but yeah, let's go to the bridge. Do we remember where that is? It's like down here. This way? I don't remember. This is the way to the brambles, anyway.
It's a good thing we're auditioning potential knights. That moat monster is causing some serious problems.
Have you seen the latest crop? I don't know if they have what it takes.
They could always catch up by taking extra night school.
Oh, that's a good point. Night classes made a huge difference for me.
Uh-huh. This was not the way I thought it was, either. Badger bush. Who's lost? You're lost. This way, yeah, around the bend. That bridge is already there. All right. No more angry wolves. Okay, so I can use that on the boulder by that trap, I guess. Another horn. I don't have the correct mouthpiece.
That mouthpiece was a mismatch for that horn.
That horn. Alright. I can not fast travel this one, I guess.
What if?
Sorry, sweetheart.
Go away, wolves. I like how there's a light shining there, too. Alright. We got some leads here. Bam, bam. That was up this way. Hey, guy. Where is... oh.
I'm gonna get some good rest tonight. Oh wait. No, I'm not.
Yeah, your bed is gone. What was that? What did I just pick up? Bitter root. Okay. Don't know what to do with the bitter root. Alright, the brambles were this way, through town, over the door. I like the title theme in that screen. Put it in your pipe and smoke it, but it'd be bitter. I assume that tree gets, bigger every chapter. Boing. Yeah, we're gonna find our friend here, the archer guy. He's done it. And it's gone. Oh, is the arrow from our friend here that we saw earlier, right?
Achako was last seen headed down here. Shame he didn't find his eye in time for the tournament.
But Grandpa, the dragon lives down there.
I didn't know that yet, Gwendolyn, and pretend you don't either. This story takes place before the one I told you last night. Sometimes a story is best told out of order.
Oh, got it.
There are no coins down here. We're back.
I didn't think he knew the competition was over. Perhaps if he brought back an eye, they would let him back in. Probably an addendum for that.
So, this is the one that showed the kill.
I guess you could say I was stuck between a rock and a hard place.
Good.
Stop stalling, Grandpa. I know the dragon is down there.
Okay, so that didn't change. You're welcome.
Hey, I need you to sign this. You missed the deadline.
Also beds. They're not stealing beds anymore. Uh-huh. You said don't go this way. A Dargan.
The dragon!
Stalama. Afamata.
Okay.
Afamata. 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 Stalama. Afamata.
Afamata.
Water. Afamata. Afamata. Afamata.
I want to see what happens when I don't do it.
What was it Itchaka said?
He said Stalama Stalama.
So I must not have jumped.
Okay. Yeah, we did it for fun.
Water. Afamata. 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 Water.
Da 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 da. Heh.
And then we paused there for some tea and cake.
No.
Some tea and cake.
Water.
I don't want to watch again. Yeah, this is the only like gameplay thing I've found annoying is having to watch these again. I forget. Shit.
I'm remembering.
Yeah, and it's not like a puzzle. Yeah, it's just like
Water.
should have watched it again. Yeah, I was complaining. Always left. I want to do a victory dance. Don't do it! Graham, what have you done?
Wait, 2 eyes?
Yes, and another surprise.
Oh, sniffer.
We didn't share your excitement.
You walk and create a flight distraction. The dragon isn't chained or anything now either. Do we slowly chain and blind the dragon? Is that are we the baddies here? See what happens.
The story sure is dragging on.
But we're at the good part.
Go! Oh god! We're fine. He's swinging. I feel like I got that one for free. I don't know. Grab it.
He was still after that eye, despite my trying to stop him.
I didn't realize that was happening.
I toasted it to my new fire-breathing friend.
Grandpa.
Well, toast. Oh, chompies. Rude. Gotta go. Oh. Messed up the shot. Oh shit. We gotta go. Nice. Dead. Okay. Well, I have been captured. Are we both captured? I'm just more captured. You can't leave me behind. Or can you?
Afanada.
Okay. No quip for that?
Puka.
Stalama! Stalama!
Puka.
Yeah.
Afanada!
Ah, I understand. Now put me down.
Puka.
Afanada!
We've done it. I'll fit through the doggy door. Now I'll look over here. Or I'll just go through the door. Puka.
Hey, good looking out.
Achaka.
Chaka. The bones. Yeah, let him out. You go down. Grab the tail. What's up, J Fort? Grab the tail. So he can shoot it. Whoops.
Buta.
No.
Stalama! Stalama!
Ooh.
He's very excited to get going. Ooh.
Looks like now I needed him.
Okay. There's a rope here. The bell.
That dragon was certainly not on a short leash.
Okay. Now do it.
Buta.
No. Sure.
Afanada!
Okay. I'm assuming this will shoot it across the other way and then I can go over there.
Buta.
Yeah, shoot the thing.
Afanada!
Yeah. Shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. Doing the trick shots.
Buta.
Afanada!
Nope.
Buta.
Yeah.
Afanada!
Okay. And we shimmy over here. Buta.
Buta.
Sure. Send it.
Afanada!
Buddha. You push it back. Can I not push it back? Yeah, pull it back. So I know what I gotta do. It's just like taking the time to get there. I mean, Graham is also not wearing full body armor, and you know, it's just that simple. But it's not gonna catch on the thing there because it's not up. I don't know. Well, let's see what happens, I guess. Okay. Buta.
Buta.
Up and up.
Poink, poink. Can I, like, yump over there? Do I need to poke it? No. Now bring it back over there. The bell's not doing a thing. How do I get that to stand up?
Buta!
What? Yeah, do it. Buta. Maybe I can like shimmy over there if I have it moved over there.
Buta!
Stalama, Stalama.
Ooh.
Ooh. How does this help? How? Because it'll ricochet and hit that, and then I can... Okay. Okay. Ooh.
Buta!
Up and up.
There you go. It's all about the angles. Okay, now what's this thing about? Ah, there's a shield there. Okay.
Buta!
Send it!
Up and up.
Okay. No! Ugh! Ooh.
Buta!
Stalama, Stalama.
Ooh.
I meant to grab the rope.
Buta!
Yeah, yeah.
Up and up.
Oh, do we ring the bell and get him to move again? And then it rips the door open? Is that what's happening? Better be, because this is a lot of shimmying. Oh my god. Oh no.
Buta!
Oh no. Ooh.
Stalama, Stalama.
Ooh. Buta!
Up and up.
There you go. No. All right. What? Because he'll let the rope down, or just snag us. The hat. Okay, very important. Shaka. Hey, give me a boost. What was this, Last of Us? I'll be back. Maybe. That was weird. It was like setting up for the cutscene or something. Oh, rope. Now is your chance. Do the thing. Yeah. He's like, no, you gotta stand up straight. Hold, yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. We've done it. We still need to get him to sign the thing so he's no longer competition for us. Betrayal is built into this. This is
Perhaps there's an addendum that will let you back into the tournament if you bring back an eye?
Shreki, Afamata.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Yeah, where the ants? Yeah, this reminds me of King's Quest 5, yeah. Push him. We out of there.
Shreki.
No. Don't do it.
Stalama, Stalama!
Oh no!
No!
Decisions have consequences, chat. Oh no. So sad. That's the bow used earlier. Ah! It was his. Story's told out of order, okay. I get it now.
I'm done. I am done. This is not for me.
Your hat.
Going somewhere?
Yes, I'm going home, where I belong. I was promised wonder and adventure and fantastical floating islands. And what I got was a Daventry that will never live up to what it once was.
Daventry needs you, Graham. I know it's not what you expected, but give it time. We can work through the kinks together. It can be great once again with the right people in charge.
I'm not that person. And you should stop believing in me. It could get you killed.
Fine. Leave. Be a dentist for all I care. I guess Achaka was wrong.
What?
Nothing. It was nice meeting you, Graham.
Spill it.
Well, Achaka and I were chatting during your chivalry test, and he had some thoughts about you. Didn't you find it odd that Achaka entered this tournament, Graham? Did he ever tell you why?
He might have. But I only learned 2 words of his language.
A horrendous famine struck Achaka's village, Ichtue. He left his suffering family to enter this tournament. He hoped to seek an audience with the king to plead for help. It was a long shot, even for him.
Oh, great. So because of me, a whole village will starve. That makes me feel better.
No. Because of you, a village will be saved. Achaka was impressed by you. He told me he was watching you on your travels to Daventry, and that you seemed like the type of person that could inspire change. More so than those bucketheads, anyways.
Oh, bucketheads.
If you're not going to compete for yourself or me, do it for the Ichtuans. They need you. You're their last hope.
Oh, the hat. Yeah, I kind of get that feeling too, Flannel. He's gonna be the end guy at the end of this game. Oh no! Yeah, the little flute trills here are fun. Alright, I know how to shoot a bow now. And I can free my steed. Sad.
I'd always been a straight shooter, but Achaka opened my eyes.
All right, that one wasn't that bad.
Well, thank you.
Let's go. He's chomping on meat. I feel like a password is needed ahead. Hey, it's the guy. I got domed. Who did it? Didn't see anyone. No one did it. What was that about? Okay. What the? I was gonna turn around, but it won't let me. Who are these friends? That's fun sequence. Outplayed.
How did you take out all those goblins?
With swiftness or patience, you'll have to wait and see.
Swiftness, I guess. Murder. You don't tolerate goblins around here, apparently. They were leapfrogging. Murder. For a chaka, I guess. Oh.
Release me, you fiends! Oh, nice shot! Time for you rocks to roll! Boy!
We had to
that
save
is
our
an
guy.
enemy. Boy, thank the shining stars! Where did you learn to shoot like that? Now, I'm not a native goblin tongue, but I'm pretty sure I made out the words unicorns and majestic museum. Mr. Fancy Cakes is too barbarous for a caged life. Listen, I want to sincerely apologize for my pilfering sausages, and thank you for saving me.
Give me back my money. I can forgive you.
I have been through too much already today. I forgive you. And I just want to say...
Yeah, that's sweet, boy. Real nice of you. And since we are all square, I have a favor to ask of you. Can you deliver this rare and miraculous ingredient to that amateur magic shop in town? It's a snoozing leaf. Be careful transporting it, though. Once Mr. Fancy Cakes ate one of these snoozing leaves and was knocked out cold for days. And as a token of my appreciation, here is your money back. There you go. I'd give you more, but those hoarding goblins looted my cart. Well, gotta run. Good thing these shorts breathe so well. Thanks again, boy. I won't forget this. Sonararia.
He still got
Did the merchant
bread.
remember that?
Ha! The merchant immediately forgot that.
And Graham surveyed the scene of his murder. Okay, so I got a pinion, or the feather. Feather now. And money back. How much money back? Just a coin. Still need to catch a frog, though. Not entirely sure how to do that. At least the answer has not presented itself. Just chomping on a steak. Like this game muchly. Yeah, we'll be continuing to play it all throughout this weekend. That's for true. I haven't gone over here yet, but like, haven't had the urge to yet. All right, potion people. Oh, she out here working.
Hey, Graham. Thought I'd get some air and work on my dagger project.
Well, it seems unlikely someone could just take your bed. How'd they do it?
Aren't you the little backhanded complimenter? If I knew, why would I let them take it? I suppose if I didn't snore as loud as Mrs. Crumbler tears through trees, maybe I would have heard him coming.
So, how am I doing in Daventry so far?
Well, I was hoping that our new knight would stand for bravery and lead us to victory through a firm hand and deliberate action. Hopefully that night will come along soon. I also wanted to thank you for keeping that back gate closed and the town free of intruders. You keep it up, and I will get you your very own Wetzel Wolf patch.
All right.
Bye for now.
Don't forget leg day!
I did forget leg day today. I felt guilty about it earlier. I'll do it in the morning.
There's nothing like smelting with a breeze.
Hey, friends.
Our order is finally here. Well, part of it anyway. Chester, remind me to leave a poor review for that merchant on the town board.
Ah, this should do the trick.
It's close, but it still needs that frog's breath.
Well, I'm glad I could help further it along.
Yes, and as a token of our appreciation, we would like to give you this vial of hypnotic powder. Oh, it's expired.
It could work. It was just never finished.
Let me guess. It's missing lollipop root. Or baby's tears.
Uh.
I can bring you a tuft of Mr. Fancy Cake's fur.
Nope. It just needs raisins. Here.
Thanks, I guess.
Just needs raisins, huh? So I still need... I haven't talked to the baker yet. I don't remember. Still need to catch a frog. Hey, guy.
Oh, Graham! A little squirrel told me the news.
What happened?
I couldn't be more delighted. It's not often someone takes my advice around here. I'm happy you're a customer, but I'd like to call you a friend as well. Oh, great job!
What's he complimenting?
Looks like we could put some love on those bones.
Excuse me? What happened to your face?
What happened to your face?
Oh, can you tell? Am I blushing? I'm engaged, Graham. My love, Bramble, said yes.
The
that's,
bees.
That's great. Congratulations. I was actually talking about the welts.
Ah, those are stings from some very angry bees. They try to ruin our night, but I wouldn't let them. Nothing can come between us and our love.
You keep doing you, Wenty. Got any free samples?
Oh, today only. I'm letting people sample our new walnut strudel. However, I ran out of bitterroot.
I have bitterroot.
It's really nasty on its own, but it really brings out the nutty flavor of the strudel.
Yeah, strudel sounds
Usually
great.
grows under big, heavy rocks. If you can find me some, you can have all the free samples you want.
All right.
Do you have any advice for an aspiring knight?
Think with your heart and not with your brain or your biceps. That's the knight I want to see in King Edward's royal court.
Good day.
Don't desert me. Ah, just what I needed to finish my walnut strudel. Here is your free sample.
It's organic. Walnut strudel. Incomplete hypno needs raisins to work. Yeah, what do you got?
Good day.
Aren't you glad
Hey,
you
one
came
sec.
here today?
You got raisins?
Oh, is Chester up to no good again?
Strudels.
Oh, custard? Oh, just like my mom used to make.
Oh, I'm saving that pie for a special occasion. Sorry.
Bummer. Okay. Well, I have a strudel now. But what's that for? Not pause. I want to look at my things. Add the strudel to the coin. Doesn't seem like that's like a mechanic here. Also, these things I don't know what I'm doing with. I gotta catch the frog. How do we catch a frog? With hypnotic potion, put it to sleep. I suppose we could check out the floating island place. What we're actually gonna do is call it there for tonight. Got a good chunk of this game going already. It's been good. I've been having fun. Does this save? I hope so. How do you save? Well, hopefully it saves. So you can play any chapter. Play chapter 1, continue. Okay. Alright, it looks like it saves like when you go to a screen. Oh yeah, it seems cool. First impressions, where the beginning epilogue or prologue was kind of like eh, because it felt like an action game, but now once we're finally into it, it feels like we're playing a King's Quest game, so that's fun. And it's funny. And it's pretty. We'll be continuing this throughout the weekend. It'll be during like the night, like tonight. And it should be fun. Thanks for hanging out, everyone. Shall we find a raid target? I suppose we should. Yeah, this game does not like my screens here. Who streams this late? Going to Leah Swicket's channel. She's playing Risk of Rain 2. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll do some probably Risk of Rain 2, maybe some Elden Ring in the morning, and then Condor is tomorrow. So we'll be watching that, and then yeah, we'll do more King's Quest.
Literally gonna die doing bullshit.